Hey guys, Brad here with Custom Offsets. Got another episode of Lifts and Levels. This is going to be a BDS 4-inch system. You've probably seen this one before. This is for a 2016 Silverado 1500. Same kit for the 14 to 18 Silverados. Let's see, and the BDS one, as you know, has the replacement struts up front. So we're going to run through the kit here. We got the new forged knuckles, designed and manufactured by BDS themselves here. They have a nice black powder coat finish on them. Not all manufacturers have a finish on their knuckles, so it's just kind of nice to see so they won't rust up right away. Moving along to the front differential drop brackets, we will see these here and we can measure these up so we can get an idea of how much everything is dropped. These measure about 4 1/4 inches here for the diff drop brackets. That's the one side. The other side is going to follow a similar suit here, 4 1/4 inches. Now remember, they use the same diff drop brackets on the 6 and the 4-inch kit, so you get the same amount of diff drop, but more amount of lift on the 6-inch kit. So what does that tell you? It tells you on the 4-inch kit you'll see flat angles, or on the 6-inch kit you'll see about what you'd call like leveling kit angles, or about 2 inches of lift. And we got our CV axle spacers here because the front track width is increased, and these measure about 1 5/8 inches because track width is increased to about 1 5/8 inches. So we have those spacers there. We got our differential brace here when it's dropped down. That would be, ooh, gotta get out of here. This piece right here is the front differential brace, so when it gets dropped down, it actually ties in between these two lower control arm cross members, which is a nice little touch to keep everything in place and prevent it from wanting to move. BDS gives you new tie rod end lengths, so you're not cutting the factory ones, which is another nice little option. We got our replacement front struts, so there's gonna be no spacers up front, and you're gonna replace the factory struts with these new struts here, and they come with new top hats as well that will get installed on the new struts. Lower control arm drop cross members, these are nice 1/4 inch thick pieces here in the traditional BDS flat color. Here's kind of a textured finish that goes along with the radiator splash guard, and then the differential skid plates as well. That are going to be these two pieces, and they actually bolt to the bottom of the cross member here. Got the optional Fox shocks, of course, on this kit. The Fox 2.0s for the rear of the truck only. If you wanted Fox, we get a lot of questions asking for Fox shocks up front. And the only way you can get Fox up front is if you were to get Fox coilovers. This Fox doesn't make necessarily a replacement strut. They only make coilovers, so you have to get to the coilover kit. And the coilovers themselves are about, I think they're around $1,500 for just the front coilover, so it gets quite pricey. On the rear of the truck, it's just going to be blocks that lift the rear, and as you can see here, the rear blocks are going to be about 4 inches of lift, and we got new U-bolts as well, and then all the other hardware to go along with it. And that's about it. We're going to go ahead and get it installed, and then we'll check back in once it's all installed, and we'll get some shots of the angles and everything like that later. All right guys, we got the BDS 4-inch kit installed on the truck here. We're going to run through the components. Got the new lift knuckle installed here. So let's see, sway bar end links, they're the new BDS links, and then you'll notice the new BDS front strut here, which is going to provide lift for this particular kit. There's no strut spacer, no reusing of the factory strut. You'll see the replacement tie rod ends here installed as well. Got our lower control arm drops, CV axle spacers. You can see these here with the new, along with the new hardware on the CV axles. Sway bar drop brackets up here, and then another key piece is this differential brace, which is bolted on to the side of the differential housing up here, and then gets braced in between the front and the rear drop cross members, the BDS drop cross members. We got our new skid plates for the front diff when it's lowered down. We got one up here as well to protect the steering rack a little bit, and then we got the new splash shield on the front here as well. It replaces the factory plastic one. And that's pretty much going to cover all the front end components. I don't think I'm missing anything. You got to move around some brake lines and stuff like that on this new knuckle. But besides that, there's no drive shaft spacer or anything like that. Chevys don't. You don't have to do that on the Chevys. The spacer on the drive shaft is usually a Ford or a Ram thing. And that's going to be it for the front components here. Moving around to the rear of the vehicle, we got the new blocks in the back here. BDS does offer a leaf spring replacement, but most people just go with the standard blocks. So we got the new blocks, new U-bolts, nice coated U-bolts, got a black finish on them. the new Fox shocks, the 2.0 Fox shocks in the rear, some brake line relocation going on up here as well as up here. You can see the blocks over here as well, and then you got to move the parking brake cables around as well, and that pretty much rounds out the back of the truck. It's going to be a BDS 4-inch lift going on this 2016 Silverado 1500. Peace.